King Charles has been tipped to refuse his son, Prince Harry's, one coronation demand, a royal correspondent has said. Plans are underway to ensure the Duke and Duchess of Sussex do not overshadow proceedings should they attend, as a royal commentator claims King Charles III won't have time to sit down with his son and patch up old wounds. In his bombshell interview with ITV's Tom Bradby, Harry said he hoped his family would be willing to sit down and talk about the ongoing rift. But writing in the Daily Beast, royal correspondent Tom Skies cites a friend of the king saying, "Charles adores Harry and wants him to be there. But he has a coronation to organize. He simply won't have the time to organize a special meeting with Harry." Follow below for updates. Key events: King Charles won't have time to sit down with Harry ahead of Coronation. 07:52 hours ago. 17:22 Paul Withers. Queen Camilla and King Charles victims of same abuse. Harry and Meghan complain about Queen Consort Camilla and King Charles have been the victims of the same abuse, which was in part to blame for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle leaving the royal family, a royal expert has stated. Express.co.uk's royal correspondent Richard Palmer explained on this week's Royal Roundup how people had attacked and criticized the King and Queen Consort ever since their relationship became public. All family members have been the victims of online abuse on social media, with Harry and Meghan taking steps to gather information on the perpetrators. Speaking to Pandora Forsyth, Mr. Palmer said, "I think this needs to be called out. The social media companies need to do more about it. They need to end anonymity for a start. This is where I do think the Sussexes had a point. They got this guy Christopher Boozy to do some analysis and found that it was a small number of accounts that were abusing them, but amplifying it so much. We see the same thing on the other side as well. We see their porters, including some people who they've thanked for their support, vehemently abusing the King, the Queen Consort, the Prince and Princess of Wales and other members of the family." 3 hours ago. 16:24 Paul Withers. Prince Harry uses unforced, natural voice in USA. Royal is developing his own persona. The Duke of Sussex voice and language pattern have notably shifted since he moved from the UK to the USA 3 years ago, linguistic experts have said. The experts from the language learning platform Babbel said, since moving to the US, Harry's once traditional, royal accent has taken on a more laid-back tone, which, to some, might sound like an Americanization of his accent. However, it's more likely due to him dropping received pronunciation, RP, which is often the world's idea of the perfect British accent, also referred to as the Queen's English. Many aren't aware that the royal family has, in the past, been obligated to use RP when speaking publicly. However, since Harry moved to the US, we are seeing him develop his own persona in front of the camera, which includes presenting his unforced, natural voice. What we're seeing as Harry's new accent is more commonly referred to as an estuary English accent, a well-spoken accent typical of London and the southeast of England, which is less rigid in its pronunciation than RP, but is still common amongst the upper class. Although estuary English shares a handful of similarities with the American accent, dropping of T's and the use of contractions like gonna, it is more likely that Harry simply speaks with estuary English naturally, and we're noticing the difference because Harry is embracing his life outside the royal family. 5 hours ago. 14:09 Francesca Edwards. When did Charles become king? Queen Elizabeth II died on September 8 at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, meaning Charles and Camilla become King Charles III and Camilla, Queen Consort. Upon his accession to the throne, Charles appointed his eldest son, and heir apparent, Prince William, Prince of Wales, and his wife Kate, Princess of Wales. 6 hours ago 13:34 Francesca Edwards Meghan and Harry's South Park roasting teases wry smile from Prince William. Prince William likely had a wry smile on his face after watching South Park's thinly veiled roasting of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, according to a royal expert. Journalist Jack Royston discussed the satirical cartoon's portrayal of the couple on a worldwide privacy tour, the latest instance of mainstream US TV mocking the Sussexes. Speaking on Good Morning Britain, Mr. Roseaton said, "I think that William will have been sent it by one of his friends. William, I'm sure, doesn't watch South Park, but I reckon one of his friends will have seen it on social media and sent it to him. So I reckon he's probably seen it, and I think he will probably have had a wry smile." 6 hours ago 13:11 Francesca Edwards' do Archie and Lilibet now have titles. The Sussexes' children, Archie and Lily, are now, as the grandchildren of a monarch, a prince and a princess. But it is not known whether they will use the titles, which they were not entitled to when they were born. The rules set out by King George V in 1917 mean Archie and Lily, as the children of a son of a sovereign, also now have an HRH style if they choose to use it. 7 hours ago 12:29 Francesca Edwards Prince Andrew keeping eye on Harry and Meghan as Duke looks to follow duo to US Prince Andrew is reportedly keeping an eye on his nephew Prince Harry and Meghan's career and life in America as he plans to forge a new career despite having lost his titles. The embattled Duke of York has reportedly been denied any way back to life in a public role as a member of the royal family. King Charles has told his younger brother that the 62-year-old may pursue low-key business interests. A source told The Sun Andrew was very interested in the business and charity aspects of the Sussexes' ventures rather than doing anything on Netflix. 8 hours ago 10:53 Francesca Edwards will Meghan and Harry return to UK for King Charles III's coronation? There is a lot of speculation about the possibility of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle returning for King Charles III's coronation in May. It has not yet been confirmed who will attend the significant event, but the couple will receive an invitation, indicating that they could return to the UK with their children Archie and Lilibet. Since leaving the UK, Prince Harry has returned on a number of occasions. Most recently the couple spent time in the UK to mourn the death of his grandmother Queen Elizabeth II. 9 hours ago 10:23 Francesca Edwards' ex-royal butler wants to share truth with Harry and William before it's too late for him. Princess Diana's former butler said he is scared he may never get the opportunity to tell Prince William and Harry what he knows about their mother. Paul Burrell revealed he has prostate cancer but said his illness had focused his attention on telling the boys things before it's too late, The Mirror reports. As he prepares to undergo surgery, Mr. Burrell said he wants to tell the two princes what he knows, even thought some of it isn't pretty. The former royal servant said he thinks it is something the late princess would have wanted him to do. 10 hours ago 09:45 Francesca Edwards' line of succession to the throne. Now that Charles is king, Prince William is first in line to the throne. He is followed by his three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Despite no longer being a working member of the royal family, Prince Harry is fifth in line to the throne. 10 hours ago 09:21 Francesca Edwards Meghan and Harry's South Park trip cruel and hilarious after roasting of royal family. South Park savage Meghan and Harry in its latest episode, something which the Duke and Duchess deserved according to a royal expert. The thinly veiled jab at the Sussexes would likely add to a very great concern that their popularity isn't holding up in the US, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams claims. The episode of the hit TV show follows the Prince and Princess of Canada, who immediately draw comparisons to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They roasted the royals. If you want to see pretty cruel, and often hilarious, humor, you'll see them on South Park behaving in weird ways. I've just been watching some of it, and it's perfectly obvious, because of their behavior, they deserve it, Mr. Fitzwilliams told Express.co.uk. 11 hours ago 08:39 Francesca Edwards. When did Meghan and Harry quit the royal family? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down as senior royals in March 2020, a move dubbed Megxit. Following the move, they were stripped of their royal patronages and honorary military titles. The couple relocated across the pond to Montecito in Santa Barbara, where they now live with their two children, Archie, 3, and Lilibet, who turns 1 next month. Since leaving the UK, the couple has not stepped away from the spotlight, most famously taking part in a controversial interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. 11 hours ago 08:09 Francesca Edwards. Prince William tipped for greater role than tradition dictates at Charles' coronation. Prince William may be given a greater role during the King's coronation, Dr. George Groves, visiting research fellow in theology at King's College London claimed. He told Express.co.uk the Prince of Wales could be given a more prominent role than other working royals. However, he added, and they have flexibility, they could write something in to give him a greater role, but it's not necessary there in the service. 11 hours ago 07:50 Francesca Edwards. King Charles won't have time to sit down with Harry ahead of coronation. King Charles has been tipped to refuse his son, Prince Harry's, one coronation demand, a royal correspondent has said. Plans are underway to ensure the Duke and Duchess of Sussex do not overshadow proceedings should they attend. As a royal commentator claims King Charles III won't have time to sit down with his son and patch up old wounds. In his bombshell interview with ITV's Tom Bradby, Harry said he hoped his family would be willing to sit down and talk about the ongoing rift. But writing in the Daily Beast, royal correspondent Tom Skies cites a friend of the king saying, Charles adores Harry and wants him to be there. But he has a coronation to organize. He simply won't have the time to organize a special meeting with Harry. 12 hours ago 07:32 Francesca Edwards. Good morning, I'm Francesca Edwards. I'll be bringing you all the latest developments on the royal family. Please feel free to get in touch with me as I work. If you have a story or tips to share, your thoughts are always welcome. Email francesca.edwards@reachbook.com. Twitter @FrankieLEdwards.
Now